Okay, so retro pickups first. Now this is a new segment. The retro pickups is not, but the retro pickups I did not pick up is kind of a newish segment. So I don't have a great way to show it off except to show my phone to the camera. But I'm working on it. I'm working on a new way to do this, but I just don't have it yet. Anyway, so I go to the thrift store a few times a week because I work right next to it, and I walk there during my lunch breaks and I check out what's there. And it's a Goodwill store. There's a lot of stuff that I think is cool that I don't buy because I can't buy everything. I'll be a hoarder. I don't want to be a hoarder, so I don't buy everything. But I want to take pictures of the cool stuff that I don't buy. So here we go. Cool stuff that I did not buy at Goodwill. Here's one of them. Oh, I gotta adjust the brightness. You guys remember Chuck E. Cheese? So this is a Chuck E. Cheese doll. This is the newer version of Chuck E. Cheese, though. This is not classic 90s Chuck E. Cheese, but Chuck E. Cheese is a dying restaurant. The one that was near me has been torn down, so I don't know where a single Chuck E. Cheese is anymore. They might be all gone for all I know, but this was a Chuck E. Cheese prize you could get from Chuck E. Cheese. You redeem your tickets, you can get one of these Chuck E. Cheese dolls. Anyway, did not buy that, but I thought it was cool. Everybody's favorite 90s president, Bill Clinton. I saw this Bill Clinton doll, apparently brand new, still in the packaging. So there was that. My brain glitched hard. I felt it. The yellow DK cartridge, yeah, the DK. I love DK. In the book section, I found this. Apparently, was once sold at Target, but it's a Zelda Twilight Princess, and I wish it focused a little better. Zelda Twilight Princess book. And this is one of these Japanese books where it's backwards. You start from the end you read from right to left. But yeah, I did not buy that, but it looked cool anyways. Probably the last thing I'll show. But this is a tape dispenser that looks like a vinyl record player, but it's a Scotch tape dispenser. I just thought it was cool. I don't think it has anything to do with the 90s or retro. Well, it's kind of retro. It's a vinyl Scotch tape dispenser. Okay, that's it for things I didn't pick up. So at 350 followers, I make enough Twitch money to buy a game room like this. I don't make very much money off of Twitch. This is, I have a story to tell about how I acquired a lot of this stuff. I actually had a much bigger collection than this at one time, but I had a disastrous fire in my home which destroyed most of my collection, and a lot of this stuff is now secondhand and eBay pickups that I've gotten since that fire. Anyway, speaking of... Okay, so I was going to Goodwill. I go to Goodwill, and there's a few sections that I check. First, I check the games, where the games are in the media section, games and DVDs and stuff, because good games are usually the first things to disappear or get stolen. I can't believe how many times I've opened up a game case of a really good game only to find that the disc is gone. Somebody probably stole it. Anyway, I go to games first. I go over to hardware second because I look for game controllers or games accessories or cabling or something that might be useful. Or whole systems even sometimes. And then I'll go check out toys and games, like board games. And then last I'll go to books and I'll look for game manuals or strategy guides or something like that. Well, I usually don't find anything good in the book section. Well, this time when I got to books, there was a guy huddling down in my section of the books. And he was looking at something and he was very interested in it. And I could see why. He found a collection of Nintendo Powers at the book section. And why didn't I go to books first? I don't know. Something's got to be last. Books was last. If I went to books first, I would have got it. So he picked up all the good Nintendo Power magazines, and he said, here, I was like, hey, any of those you don't take, I'll take. And he's like, well, these ones are in the worst condition, so you can have these. So yeah, I got the sloppy seconds of Nintendo Powers. So here's what I got. And I'm sure this guy was a reseller. He wasn't a collector like me, although he may have been. I don't know. But I suspect he was a reseller. That's why he wanted the ones in good condition only and did not want the ripped ones that would be harder to sell. Anyway, here's what I got. Nintendo Power from 1993 featuring Link's Awakening. Actually, despite the cover being ripped, it's got, it still has the poster inside. You know? Oh, awesome. Still has the poster, and it still has, I think it's this one. It has, yeah. Look at this. It's got these collectible cards that you can tear out of the magazine, and, you know, they're cards. So anyway, maybe we'll have a look through this magazine someday. There's actually two that he gave me, so here's the other one. This one's a slightly newer one, but it's from the Nintendo 64 era with Rogue Squadron on the cover. And I haven't flipped through this one, but this one's in slightly better condition. You know, the edges are kind of ripped. But, yeah, I miss Nintendo Power, too. Yeah, I haven't looked through this, but it appears to still have the poster in it as well, which is a poster of Battle Tanks. Oh, man, check that out. Zelda 64 action figures.
Hi, everybody!
This setup is super cool. Yeah. I lurked in from Thomraid. Oh, thank you, Phil Schneider, for the follow. Oh, what is that? Welcome. Oh, first time chatter. Yeah, thank you. And thanks for the follow. I wasn't paying attention. I was so into my magazine. Oh, man. This is such a good issue. It's got so many good things in it. It's got strategies for GoldenEye. It's got... Oh, man. We're going to look through this on stream someday. Sorry, I'm looking down at nothing. You guys can't see it. Okay. Shall we do my arts and crafts now? Okay, so I've been buying... This is arts and crafts section time. Arts and crafts. So I've been buying... I didn't buy it. I got for free a Windows 98 computer. So I've just been in retro PC heaven, thinking about all the great retro PC games I'm going to play. But, how long have you been grinding Twitch for Nick? How long have you been grinding Twitch for Nick? I'm not sure I understand the question. I should one day get out of my old Nintendo Power magazines and look at them for fun. Yeah, if you have them, definitely get them out. So I've been fantasizing about all of the PC games that I'm going to pick up, but I have not seen a single big box PC game from the 90s era at the Goodwill. So what I've been doing is going to the Internet Archive and burning the archived ISO files. So I've got a bunch of games burned, like Quake and Duke Nukem and, you know, anyway. But they're just CDRs. I got them on CDRs. They're just in the CDR spindle, just stacked up. And I'm like, man, I need to have some kind of storage for these. So I decided to design my own storage. And I was thinking, what's the best way? And I remembered these CD envelopes. You know, a lot of CDs came in, CD envelopes. So I thought, well, I can make my own fancy CD envelopes. And here's what I came up with. Now, these are some prototypes. I'm still tweaking these. But anyway, here's one for Duke Nukem that I made. I just printed this out, folded it, and laminated it. And a CDR fits inside. Obviously, this is a different CD than the one that's supposed to go in here. But it's just for testing purposes. Quest for Glory collection. Very good game. But yeah, this is a little bit too snug. So I need to make it bigger. It's hard to get the CD in and out. But yeah, it's got a front and back. It's a little janky. I'm going to use different paper. Anyway, here's another prototype. Beavis and Butthead Virtual Stupidity. This is also a little bit too small, so I'm going to remake this one. But another version I had, or another idea I had, is instead of making, because the aspect ratio of these games, of the game covers, like the box, like you'll see behind here, this is the actual box, a scan of the box, and it's a different shape. So I thought, what if I made the envelopes into the same shape as the box that the game came in? So it's a little bit bigger, but the CD will still fit. So here's another one I made for Dave the Tentacle. Actually, I think this is as close to the final form, because this one's a little bit too small still, and the CD is really hard to get in and out. But this one, the CD just falls right out and goes right back in. the top. It's got a front and back, almost like one of the cases, almost like the big box. And this is something I could put on the shelf and kind of display, and it looks nice, and it protects the CD, and the CD just falls right out. Very cool. What do you guys think? Good idea? Stupid? A waste of time? I think it turned out pretty good. Anyway, that's my arts and crafts and my retro pickups. Be sure to like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, because that's where this is going. This little segment. Stick it on YouTube. And yeah, if you guys like my content, like and subscribe and ring the bell and whatever. All those things that people on YouTube say to do. All right, let's get back to